Okay, microphone is on. So now that's connected to the right one. Yeti stereo. All right, now we wait for YouTube Studio to wake up. Shouldn't be too much longer. Eventually. All right, there we go. Okay, we ready. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians live stream for you guys as we are officially on the final stretch of this baseball season. You know, it really hits you right here when you realize this season's almost over. If we make the playoffs, well, then we get a nice little extension. But yeah, our season's, the regular season's almost over. We are at game 151 of 162. So there's 11 games left after today. And of those 11, I'm probably only going to be maybe doing a couple. Mainly on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. If they play early on a Thursday and it's a good matchup, I might do it. But obviously, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, that's football. That is reserved for football. Even when basketball starts up, I'll be doing some basketball, of course, to start off. But once we get into the dog days of the season, obviously by that time, football will be over and it'll just be all basketball until baseball starts up. But tonight we got ourselves an absolute banger as the 79-71 Guardians, coming off a massive win last night in extra innings, face off against the 85-66 Detroit Tigers. And we're going to get right into the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Cleveland Guardians. In left field, you have Stephen Kwan leading off, as always. Batting second, designated hitter George Valera. Batting third baseman Jose Ramirez, the birthday boy. Yeah. Batting cleanup, first baseman Kyle Manzardo. Batting fifth, in the squat behind home plate, Bo Naylor. Batting sixth, at shortstop, Gabriel Arias. Batting seventh in center field, Nolan Jones. Batting eighth in right field, C.J. Kafis. And batting ninth at second base, Brian Rocchio. On the mound for the Guardians tonight is Gavin Big Rig Williams. And for the Tigers, their lineup is as follows. Leading off in center field, Parker Meadows. Batting second at second base, Gleyber Torres. Batting third, designated hitter Kerry Carpenter. Batting cleanup, first baseman Spencer Torkelson. Batting fifth in left field, Riley Green. Batting sixth in the squat, you have Dylan Dingler. Batting seventh at third base, Keith. Batting eighth in right field, Wenceel Perez. And batting ninth at shortstop, Zach McKinstry. On the mound for the Tigers tonight is Jack Flaherty. Jack rocking a 4.69 ERA this year. All right, so yeah, we are just about ready for first pitch. Showing his usage this year. Four-seamer, 47%. Knuckle curve, 25%. Slider, 23%. Defensive alignment, of course, for the Tigers. Green, Meadows, and Perez in the outfield. Keith, McKinstry, Torres, Torkelson, and Dingler in the infield. All right. So we're just about ready for first pitch as there's Dingler behind home plate, working on his pitch com, getting that set up. All right. We are about ready for first pitch. Stephen Kwan steps into the batter's box. And here's the first pitch from Flaherty. outside, and we're underway from Comerica Park. The top two teams in the Central facing off, 274 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs for Stephen Quinn. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball to left field. And Riley Green makes the catch. That's the tradition right there for Stephen. Fly out to left. Here's George Valera, 176 average, 1 RBI, and 440 OPS. He's only played, I think, in a handful of games this year since coming up at the beginning of the month. But it's good to see him actually getting reps in the majors. Hopefully he sticks next year, too. Here's the pitch to Valera. Takes a strike. Guardians rocking their dark blue unis today with the Shield C on the chest. Stephen Vogt, 171 and 140 record in his second season as the Guards manager, taking over for the legend Terry Francona. Carl Willis there in the background. Here's the 0-2. Oh, almost one after that. Remember, I believe his first at bat as a major leaguer was a walk. Yeah, not too bad. Excuse me, my God. Do you think Guardians win 3-1? Okay. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. So you say Ramirez 2 home runs and we win 3-1. Okay. There's J-Ram, speaking of which, 282 average on deck. Here's the, call time. Tigers are trying to fend off the Guardians, who are once again making a last-ditch surge towards the lead spot. 2-2. Fouls it off. Guardians have gotten as close as like 5.5 games out of first place, and then they fell off a cliff last time. This is the really the second main surge that the Guardians have been on this year. 2-2 from Flaherty. Liner to second. And there's your out number 2. There's Gleyber Torres. Jose Ramirez, 282 average, 28 homers, 78 RBIs, 855 OPS. He is 12 homers and 2 RBIs. Well, actually, he's just 12 homers from another 40-40 season with 1 steal as well. Yet to come as well, which that'll be very soon, I'm sure. First pitch is outside. Once it's a strike, okay. Classic umpire. Gotta love it. Here's the 1. Fouls it off. I always call J-Ram the AL Central boogeyman because he's like the scariest thing you could see as an opponent. Pitch. Uh-oh. Because at any moment, he could go yard. He could be in like a week or a month-long funk, and then he just snaps out of it with a big-ass homer. 1-2. Ball in the third again. Tomorrow it'll be Bybee and Skubal facing off. Low contact game from both sides, my prediction. Okay. Pitchers do, huh? Okay. 2-2. Low ball 3. That was close. I was waiting for the ump to pull the trigger, but nope, did not do it. That was close. School was like, ooh, pitch. Fouls it off again. With these long at-bats, you got to be careful if you're the opponent because one bad pitch and J-Ram's sending it over the wall. Come on, J-Ram, take a walk or get a base hit here. All right, here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. They moved him up. Come on. I thought did he hold up or did he actually swing at that? Because it'd be so Jerry on for him to swing at that pitch. They didn't even show the replay. Wow. Oh boy. Okay. Well, bottom of the first coming up. Gavin Williams will try to put up a 0 on the for the Tigers here. All right. Yeah, of course, today is Jose's birthday. Clearly, the umps don't care. These umpires, I tell you. Ah. The Guardians always decide to look like ass when I stream, so we'll see if that continues. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Guardians really show out for me today. That would be nice. Well, let's see. Coming up, we have a 4-gamer against the Twins this weekend. That's mainly during the weekend, so I'm probably not going to stream any of those games, really. And then after that, we got 3 more against Detroit. I might do a game in that series. And then we got the series against Texas to wrap it all up. I can't believe it, man. If we don't make the playoffs this year, that's a bummer. But we kind of dug ourselves in a massive ass hole with that 10-game losing streak. So, I mean, didn't eat breakfast. He's twitchy. Here's Parker Meadows against Gavin. Pitch. Right field, fair ball into the corner. And a leadoff double. One pitch, and he hits it to the. Not going to deal with this, Gavin. Come on. Literally the first pitch he throws. Wasting no time. All right, well, here's Torres. Ball inside. 29 starts, 10-5 record, 3.16 ERA, 156 and 2/3 innings, 79 Ks, 152 walks, 22 homers allowed, 214 opponent average. Pitch from Gavin. There's a strike. 38% four seam, 22% curve, 19% sweeper, 15% cutter, 6% sinker. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Oh no, I'm watching a Gavin Williams game again. Told myself I wouldn't do this again all year. I mean, if anybody gives us a chance to win, it's Gavin. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to bite on the sweeper. Spin on that thing, man. Damn. All right, 2-2 to Torres. Pitch. Checks the runner. Went after it and he struck him out. Oh, damn. Yeah, he got a little overzealous on that one. He's trying to, get a base hit to bring home Meadows. And now here's Kerry Carpenter. Tied the game last night with a homer. The Guardians responded swiftly by getting 4 straight base hits, giving us a nice 4-run lead. And then, yeah, that was enough for us. So here's Kerry Carpenter. Check. Okay, he'll step off. We'll leave the door open a little bit. But if I close my door, my internet signal cannot pass through my thick ass wooden door. And then it slows down my service. So I got to make sure I keep it open. Imagine, animals might want to come in here and say, hey, pitch. I'll probably ball one. Who knows? The rally cat might pop in again. Yeah. For those who are like, what's the rally cat? We have barn cats that live around here. And they'll occasionally come in here and want to say hi. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball two. Gavin's getting released. What are you talking about, Rays? You're getting rid of Gavin. You're not going to get rid of a pitcher who's 10-5 this year. And he's honestly been your best pitcher. 2-0 to Carpenter. 3-0. Okay, now this thing's going to squeeze. Okay. Now he's getting squeezed. Okay. All right. Here's the 3-0 to Carpenter. Ball four. Damn, ump. Couldn't even extend the zone a little bit. Damn. Guardians Phillies World Series. Is that possible? Oh yeah, it's possible. But we got to make it first. Here's Torkelson. Pitch. Ball one. Okay, Gavin, how about we throw strikes here, buddy boy? Don't have a walk-a-thon because I'm streaming here. Here's the 1-0. Hey, to a strike. Always cheesing. As you guys can tell, I'm always cheesing on stream. Geeking and cheesing and just trolling around. Here's the 1-1 to Torkelson. Pitch. Strike. No, it's a strike. Okay. Ump. 4 for 5 last night with 3 singles, a homer, and 2 RBIs. Season high in hits. Wow. Atlanta up 9-3 over Washington, by the way, too. For anyone that cares about that stuff. 1-2 to Torkelson. Pitch. Trying to hit him with the 1-2. Ha! Couldn't do it. The hoo-ha! Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Bounced it. Nice save by Bo. Suppose I was going to walk the bases loaded. I swear, Gavin. Gavin. All right, full count for Torkelson. Pitch. Fouled it off. Try it again. Yeah, of course, Gavin's going to have a long-ass first inning. Of course. Gavin wants to be unserious on today of all days. Here's the payoff. Miss struck him out. Again, chasing the sweeper. Do you think Phillies win today or Dodgers Blake Snell at mound versus Luzardo? Now, give me the Dodgers. Let me check my fantasy team. Yeah, he went chasing. Damn. All right, here's Riley Green with 2 down. Fouls it off on the first pitch he sees. Got something in his eye. Gotta .265 average, 34 homers, 108 RBIs, 824 OPS this season for the left fielder. Ten points for Ian Happ today. Pitchers aren't really doing much. Oh well. Oh well. Here's the 0-1. Come on, throw the pitch, Gavin. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He was like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Really keeping an eye on Parker Meadows at second base. 0-2 pitch to Green. Okay. I'm not mad about that. Change eye level. No, come up, some up. Come away. Give him the 1-2. Hoo-ha! Here's the 1-2 to Green. Huh? I'm not going to say anything about the ump. 2-2 to Green. Pitch. Hammerman, I don't think he knew where the ball was going. We just hope that he got the ball in the shot. Two on, two out. Here's the 23rd pitch of the night in the first inning for Gavin. Eyes runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Try to get him to chase something outside again. Okay, come on, Gav. 2-2. Fouls it off again. Gavin, put him away here, buddy boy. Curve, a lot of force seams. I don't think he's diced him up, hit him with a sweeper yet. Almost don't even want to see a sweeper here. That's good against righties. Here's the 2-2. Fouls it off again. I think his last three pitches have all been in the same spot. Try hard at bat, of course. 2-2 again to Riley. Pitch. Pops it up. Foul out of play. Man, if you're sitting in the lower sections right behind, the dugouts and such, you're living a life because there's a lot of foul balls coming your way. Gotta love the freaking tone test from the local fire department. Here's the 2-2. Ball 3. Are we serious? This ump is like squeeze, squeezing, Come on, Gavin, dice him up right here. Put him away. This loser is fouling off everything, bro. I almost want to say bounce one, but I don't want to walk him. You guys, the Guardians. The Guardians. The Guardians. Here's the payoff pitch again, the Green. Struck him out, bitch. Cry hard ass loser. And I don't like swearing during these things, but that dude's a tryhard. 29 pitches to get through the first inning, and he gave up 0 runs and 1 hit. Wow. He's like, oh, yeah. Bitch. Bitch. Those, I hate these try hard ass players. Because, I mean, the Guardians do have one or two of those. It's mainly Jose that's the try hard. This umpire needs to be re educated on how to be a good umpire. 29 pitch inning. Only 1 hit allowed. Try hard ass losers. Oh, yeah, we go to the top of the second. Top of the second coming up. There we are. Oh, brother. But yeah, in terms of like what other games I'll be streaming, I don't really know. Because obviously Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I'm doing football. I'll just be watching football. Even if we're not playing, I'm still watching. I think the Dodgers are pissed at my Phillies. Luzardo has not been pitching too bad. I just forgot Luzardo was a Philly. It's like, damn. Now that I think about it, I remember when they got him. So Kyle Manzardo leads off against Flaherty here in the second. Outside, ball one. Kyle with the stash. 26 homers, 67 RBIs, 241 average, 792 OPS. Love that stash. 1-0. Low ball two. Kyle's going to be a nice piece for the future on this team. To go with J Ram and the others. Oh, yeah. 2-0. Kyle flutters this to left. And the center fielder will get that one. College football on Saturday. Texas Tech, Utah at noon. North Carolina, UCF at 3:30. Arizona State, Baylor at 7:30. Sparty and USC at 11 p.m. Eastern. Feel bad for any Sparty fans that, love their team because that'll test you. 11 p.m. kickoff. Here's Bo Naylor. Almost said Josh. First pitch is a strike. Need to win this series. I don't know how we're in the playoff race. I don't know how we are either. 187 average, 12 homers on the year for Bo. Here's the 0-1. Bo hits this to right. And that's a quick out, number 2. Yeah, I know he came from the Marlins. Yeah. Here's Gabriel Arias. Had a homer last night, opposite field. He's missed a couple games here and there with some injuries. He had an ankle injury. I thought he was out for the year, but no. Pitch. Strike from Flaherty. 225 average, 11 homers, 50 RBIs, 649 OPS. Here's the 0-1 from Flaherty. Swing and a miss. Fouls it off to stay alive. Here's the 0-2 again. It's somehow not strike three, but I'll take it. I thought that was a, ring them up, but no. 1-2. Did not go after that one. 2-2 count. The NCAA is eliminating the spring transfer portal and shifting to a single window. That's going to make things very interesting for this winter. 2-2 pitch. Ball three. All right. Payoff pitch. Lines it into left field and caught. Of course, the tryhard has to catch it. Treating this game like a damn World Series game, of course. Bottom two coming up. Gotta love the sweaty tryhard players, right? Those are the players that in travel baseball, when you're younger, their parents spend all kinds of money on the best equipment. They treat it like it's the World Series, like a scholarship's on the line. You know, they be playing like all the scouts are there to watch them. Damn it. Dropped my phone. Oh, luckily I didn't. Didn't even crack it either. Somehow I didn't crack my phone. What the hell? You got Cavs Pistons preseason tickets. I'm sure the starters will play a little bit, if I had to guess. Obviously, they're not going to play the whole game, though. Hmm. All right. Okay, Juanso Perez leading off here in the bottom of the second. First pitch strike from Gavin. He's at 30 pitches here. Start of the second inning for them. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Dylan Dingler, 180 average, 280 average. It's 13 homers, 57 RBIs. I thought it was Perez, but it's Dingler. That's right. I thought he said Perez was leading off. But now Dingler's leading off. 1-2 count for Gavin. See if he can put him away here. Pitch. Ball two. By the way, for any Commanders fans that are just tuning in and you're wondering, what's going on, the Commanders are going back to RFK's site. That whole plan's been approved. 2-2. Toss it off. Yeah. Washington finally being official as the District of Columbia Council voted in favor of the measure once more. I wonder how they're going to do that. Just tear down the current RFK and rebuild it? Most likely. 2-2. Fouls it off. Out of play. I don't think they're just going to renovate. I think they're going to straight up tear that sucker down and rebuild it. Thing's been abandoned for years. It's still like a cookie cutter base, so it's like from the 90s, even earlier than that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a miss. Struck him out. One down here in the second. Here's Court Keith. 254 average on the year for the third baseman, I believe. Liner into right. Cut it off. There you go. Holds out to a long single. Do I want Kevin or Barry fired first? I don't want neither. I want neither of them fired right now. I don't think they're going to get fired. I doubt it. Honestly, I could see Jimmy and them letting this Deshaun crap pass, right? Get him out of here and give Kevin 1 or 2 years to bounce back after that. And if they can't, bye bye. That's the way I see it. But honestly, I mean, if anyone's going to get fired first, I mean, they're going to get fired together. There's not going to be who gets fired first. They're going to get canned together. They are intertwined. Quick 0-2 count against Perez. 259 average for the 8-hitter. They're intertwined. If one goes, the other one's definitely going with him. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it off. Checks the runner. This is 40 pitches now for Gavin. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off again. Oh, 2 pitch. Him up. Ooh, what a pitch. That's what you call dicing him up. There's 2 down here in the second. And here's Zach McKinstry. 261 average, 11 homers on the year. He's been pretty good. The 9-hitter. Pitch. A grounder foul. Beautiful day in Detroit. Sun's going down. Very light cloud cover. Not much. 0-1 to McKinstry. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Do you think Bubba's getting his ass fired for sure? Yeah, for sure. 329 average at home, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs, 190 average on the road, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. 2 to McKinstry. Pitch. Fouls it off. But yeah, Bubba's going to get fired before anybody. Yeah. Tommy Reese actually takes the college job. That's my bold prediction. A college team is gonna snatch him up. You know, we're gonna need another new OC because I know UCLA is looking at him. I don't know if they go with him though. CO2. Did he go? No, he didn't. 1-2. But my bet is Bubba gets fired. Yeah. Special teams has literally cost us so many points these first 2 games. They literally cost us week 1. And then, yeah. Here's the 1-2 to McKinstry. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2-2. All right, here's the 2-2. Grounder foul again. God, is all this team is a bunch of tryhards. God. Got to foul off every freaking pitch. UCLA might go 0-12. If they don't beat Northwestern, they probably are going 0-12. My camera froze, of course. I'll be back though. 2-2. Fly ball. This might be trouble. Nope. Kwan is there to make the catch. Felt like it took forever for him to get there. But alas, get out of trouble again. Man, I was like, oh God, I just had to sit here and watch. Top of the third coming up. Still scoreless. Stephen Kwan just saved us right there, big time. That's the one real thing I hate about Comerica Park. They're at I can't even speak. The outfield is massive. Like you thought Kaufman's outfield is massive. The thing about Kaufman's outfield is there's like no pieces like jutting out from the stands, right? You know, because like at Comerica, you know, you have like the infield area, and then it kind of juts out as you see, like right before you get to the outfield wall, it kind of juts out. At Kaufman, you don't get that. You could hit a ball right along the line, that thing just keeps going to the wall. And if you got a fast player, a guy with some wheels, that's a triple. And if the defense doesn't play it right, inside the park home run. Of course, you look at the walls at Comerica in the outfield, funky dimensions, you know, some awkward corners. That ball could bounce and go completely the other way. There's Stephen Kwan. Top of the third and bottom of the order for the Guardians. Here's Nolan Jones. First pitch, fly ball into right. And there's out number one. Come on, guys. Everything we hit is a fly ball. Doesn't go anywhere. Here's CJ Kafis, the 8-hitter. He's had some pretty big hits in his career so far. Never forget, I actually streamed his first home run, but I wasn't here. I had to go take care of something in another room. Came back and he hit a homer. I was like, are you serious? 1-0. Swing and a miss. Kafis batting .212 on the year. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. He was, I think, the first legit hitter to get promoted this year. And it was like August, July. 2-1. Swing and a miss. I love how unserious our whole lineup is today, all of a sudden. 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. So once again, we got a full count. There's AJ Hinch. He's led the rejuvenation of the Tigers organization as they're well on their way to another playoff berth. Payoff pitch. Fouls it off. Barring some catastrophic collapse, which, I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs in some fashion, most likely as the Central Division champion, unless they completely fall in on themselves. Payoff pitch to Kafis. 4. And there's a base runner. That's the first Guardian base runner of the game. And it comes via a walk. And here's Brian Rocchio. Flaherty at about 35 pitches. 230 average, 4 homers, 40 RBIs for Rocchio, 617 OPS. Takes a pitch right down the middle. Here's the 1. Pitch. Ball. There's Kwan on deck, hoping to get a chance in this inning. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball to left. Easy play for Riley Green, and that's out number 2. And now here comes Stephen Kwan, who flew out his first time up, as is tradition, it seems like, for him when I stream. See if he can hit it into the gap. In that cavernous outfield of theirs. Pitch. Or most likely what he'll do is he'll just do what he always does. And he'll just hit a soft fly out because he overdoes it. 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. Blew out in the first. Like I said. 2-0 count for Kwan. Just put it in the outfield or something. Get it in the field somewhere. Strike. The last time we played the Tigers in Cleveland, they swept us. That was when the Guardians were very, very, very unserious as a team. The seriousness has gotten better. They are infinitely more serious than they were back then. Which, that was like, what? 2 months ago? God. Payout, a 3-1 to Kwan. Pitch. Kwan to right field. Ooh. It swung just in front of the foul pole. Just a little bit in front. Just a bit in front. You see a good pitch, you want to smoke it, and you end up getting a little too much in front of it. This isn't pesky. This isn't Fenway. Payoff pitch again. Side ball 4. And the Guardians have 2 on with 2 out for George Valera. Another one of the youngsters that recently got called up. I believe at the beginning of the month when the rosters expanded. It'd be nice to see if George can get a base hit here and get us the lead. That'd be cool. Low ball 1. Of course, you got J-Ram looming on deck. He is the one guy you do not want to face with runners on in the situation. At least, in the past, he's been able to kill teams like that. Liner into the base hit. And here comes Kafis. He will come around and score. Let's go, George. Oh, yeah. 1-0. George Valera. Opposite field, right in the gap between second and third. Right past the shortstop. George, he did it. Here's Jose. With him. Oh, they called it a strike because he swung at it. Oh, J-Ram. The bat kind of stayed at a 90-degree angle a little bit. They're going to check on J-Ram, though. If he didn't swing at that pitch, it would have been second and third with 2 out. So 0-1 count for J-Ram. Pitch. Ball. And you got to watch out with that bouncing ball there. All right, 1-1. Quan on second. Pops it up. Is this going to stay in play? No. No. By George, he did it. Come on, let's add some more runs here. 34 homers, 126 RBIs versus the Tigers, both most by active player. So, like I said, he's the boogeyman of the AL Central. 1-2 pitch. Ball. Punched it. That one gets away. Runners will go to second and third. Base hit could get us 2 more runs here. Another bouncer. Yeah, it just went off of Dingler's leg and kicked off to the side there. 2-2 count for J-Ram. Base hit here scores 2. Come on, J-Ram. Get the job done here. Let's go. For your birthday. Do it for your birthday, man. 2-2. It's going to be out number 3. Yeah, he had a good piece on it, just didn't really put any air under it. Slow roller right to second. I don't think it could get any easier. Bottom third coming up. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah. But the Guardians strike first again. And now let's see if we can put up a goose egg in the bottom of the third. So here's Gavin Williams in for the bottom of the third. He'll face the top of the Tiger lineup, Parker Meadows. Literally hit the first pitch he saw into right for a base hit. Did not come around the score, obviously. 1-0 count for Meadows. Pitch. Ball two. So it's always been a challenge for this team to actually hold a lead these days. 2-0 from Gavin. It's a good strike. Come back in the zone. It backed him up and he got the strike. 2-1 to Meadows. Pitch. 3-1. Come on, Gavin. Just got a lead. Don't need you being stupid now. Come on, man. Lock in. Some of our pitchers, I swear, we get a lead and they forget how to pitch. So I hate having 1-run leads. Pitch. Fouls it off. I hate having a 1-run lead because one bad pitch and it's tied up or something, you know? Especially with our pitchers. They have been very good, though. I will give them that. They have been phenomenal. But I still can't trust them. Payoff pitch is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. On the payoff pitch. And now here's Gleyber Torres. First year in Detroit. Coming from the Bronx. And honestly, I think he's liked it better in Detroit. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. Pitch. Fouls it off. Of course, these try-hard at-bats always take a toll on the pitcher because the pitch count goes way up, and then you have to use your bullpen. I'm hoping Gavin can at least get us through 6. Pitch. Ball 1. But knowing Gavin, he'll somehow only get us through like 5. It isn't bad, but then it's like, okay, we're going to need to see like Matt Festa and those guys. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it back. 1-2. That 30 pitch first inning, that hurts. But again, good job by Gavin not allowing any runs back then. 1-2. Ball again. Nobody's chasing that. It's way too far out there. 2-2 coming from Gavin. Pitch. Grounder right to Arias. Gathers and throws, and there's out number 2. Yankees O's tomorrow at 6:30 on Fox. Cubs and Reds. Wow, okay. Yankees O's or Cubs and Reds? That's interesting. Thursday night on Fox? Oh. Here is Carpenter. He walked his first time up. First pitch is a ball. First plate appearance, he walked. Here's the 1-0. Fouls it off. Is the person behind home plate using their flashlight? Are they trying to blind Gavin? Are we serious? 6 Ks, 1 ground out, 1 fly out so far of the 8 outs recorded. Here's the 1-1. Grounder. Easy for second base. Throw over. And that's a 1-2-3 inning once again for Gavin Williams. We go to the 4th, up 1-0. Yeah, I think of all of our starters this year right now, I trust Gavin the most. Yeah, Gavin will be shaky every once in a while, but I think he has the most potential to really be a low-key ace on this team. Ivy, I thought he could be an ace, but this year he's so messed up. The others I can't really trust much, besides Parker, but he just got started. And if you're just, if you're tuning in for the first time in a long time, because maybe like you stopped watching after football ended, right? Or basketball ended, and you're coming back now that those sports are starting up again, and you're like, so where's Ben Lively at? Well, he had Tommy John earlier this year, done for the year, and I think done for part of next year too. All right, guys. All right. We back, guys, and my camera froze again. I swear, whenever I get up, my camera freezes. There we go. Left field, ball gets in fair. And how about that? How Manzardo with a bloop double on a ball that looked like it might have gone foul. That thing was fair by maybe the length of a duh. Not a duh. That thing was barely fair at all. Now my freaking camera is messing up again. All right, man, my camera's like, I'm out of here. So I gotta do a little, gotta set up the aux. Oh, wait, we're back. We back though. I bring out the aux camera to set up, and my camera decides, nope, yep, nope, yep, nope, yep, nope, yep. Low ball two coming to Bo Naylor. All right. I'm going to set up the aux camera. That thing is pissing me off. And Naylor to right field. And that's out number one. Kyle gave it a long look before he tried to take off for third. Oh, we got the rally cat in here. What you doing, huh? Coming to say what's up? What's up? There we go. Yeah, there's not much change from my main camera to the aux one. Only a subtle difference. Come on, kitty. What are you doing, huh? Cat? Freaking animal. Low? This cat doesn't know what to do. Go back up. Go back out. Oh. Grounder to third. Doesn't get the out at third, though. Just the out at first. Two down. Of course, you know. Noodle bats. Nolan Jones on deck here. He'll try to get Kyle home. Pitch. What are you doing, cat? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, come here. Yeah, the people want to see you. See? It's the rally cat. Yeah. Little booger living in a barn by my house. Yeah. Always comes by to say what's up. Huh? No mice in here. Yep. Yeah. All right. Want to go find something to get into? Yes. Say bye bye. Meow meow. Meow. Meow 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 meow. He. Look at you, golden. You're the golden boy, aren't you? Stay golden. Yeah. Funny part is I do that, and then he comes back for more later on. Yeah, but I like doing that. Pitch. Outside. 2-2. Hey, yo, stop fooling on my freaking thing. Freaking feline. 2-2 to Jones. Swing and a miss. Ah, feeble ass little swing, of course. Hey, cat, I'm gonna take you back outside with your family if you don't stop it. Damn cat. We go to the bottom of the fourth, up 1-0. So I see this is going to be another game where we gotta hold a 1-0 lead. Always love these kind of games. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Had to go let the cat out so he can go frolic with his barn cat buddies. They come in here because they have discovered the cheat code of infinite food without having to compete for it. That's why they got a whole family of them. It's funny because these cats first started appearing, a few months after we moved here. It started off as like 3 cats, and then it turned into like 5. I think there's at least like 10 out there now. Finally got them all fixed up, so no more kittens anymore. Thank God. Have a whole swarm of cats around here. It's Torkelson, 1-0 count. Guardians up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-0 from Gavin. Outside, ball 2. Gavin at 65 pitches. Torkelson struck out in the first. 2-0. Torkelson to left. But again, the deep outfield allows Jones to get underneath it to make the catch. Obviously, Jones has played in some deep outfields, mainly with Colorado. He's had to deal with Colorado's outfield, San Francisco's outfield, and then of course, when he played at Kauffman and Comerica with us, and with Colorado too. And here's Riley Green. Swing and a miss. That's a hard-ass whack at it. 67 pitches for Gavin here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch. He needs a short-ass inning more than anything right now. So, Brad? Hello. Here's the 0-2. Bounced it. Trying to get in a chase. Wow, look at this dude over here showing off. That's funny. Well, look at me doing soccer moves. Hacky sack. 1-2. Ball. George Valera, RBI, like a few innings ago. Scored Kafis. Pitch. Fouls it off. Yep, it was George Valera getting his second career major league, or second major league RBI. Pretty good for the kid. 2-2. Fly ball to right, fouled off again. I think in the end, that 30 pitch first inning is going to come back to really haunt Gavin. Well, no, George got the RBI. The run scored was Kafis. 2-2. Fouls it off again. Gavin's barely going to go 5 innings at this rate. He's already at 73 pitches. God. 2-2. Ball. Oh my God, Gavin. Probably hard ass at bats, I tell you. It's always Riley Green, too. Payoff. Fouls it off again. Try hard ass loser, dude. Try hard, try hard, try hard. He's a sweat. Payoff pitch. 4. Freaking sweat. Gavin wasn't pitching balls on Thursday against Royals. No, he was dominant. But of course, I mean, the Tigers are just nothing but try-hard losers, apparently. All they do is, they're all sweaty tryhards. AJ Hinch turned that whole team into a bunch of sweaty tryhards. Strike. Here's the 0-1 ball. He's going to barely go 5 innings at this rate. Gavin. I mean, our bullpen really hasn't been worked a whole lot lately, so makes sense. Pitch. Loops it into right, foul again. Pitch. Loops it again, foul. He's getting foul balled to death. Come on, double play here. God. 1-2 pitch. And a miss. Oh, he fouled off. Are you serious? Somehow he just barely got the tip of the freaking bat on the ball and he fouled it off. Come on. God. Try hards. 1-2. Loops it into left. Kwan is there for the catch. 2 down. That'll force Riley Green to get on his horse to get back to first base. Kwan got that range, though. Wow. Here's Keith. First pitch strike. Yeah, he'll barely go 5 innings at this rate. A single in the second for Colt Keith. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Honestly, he could probably go 6 if they allow him to dip into the 100 pitch range. Here's the 0-2 to Keith. Almost rung him up. 1-2 again. Gavin approaching 90 pitches here through 3 2/3. Pitch. And a miss. Got to throw to first, and they do, and that's the 3rd out. Once again, Gavin working his stuff. We go to the 5th. Up 1-0. By the way, for anyone who has Gavin in fantasy like me, let's see how he's doing. Because he's doing really well. He's got me 15 fantasy points thus far. Ah. All right. Shout out to everybody watching tonight, whether you're watching live or maybe you're watching on replay. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. 11 more games left after this. And of those 11, I might go live for maybe 2 more. Maybe. But we'll see, though. There's Torres getting, getting something in his eye. Okay. Huh. Eye drops or something, I'm guessing. All right, so he gets to go back out there. CJ Kafis will lead off. He came around and scored a few innings ago. Essentially, the last time he was up, he walked, came around and scored. "68 pitches for Flaherty. Here's the 0-1. Outside. Again, George Valera got the big hit to get the run across. 1-1. Fouls it off. It's going to be weird on Saturday. No Buckeye football. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off again. I need to see CJ just line it down the line somewhere. Hit it down the left or right field line. All the way into the corner. That'd be a huge start for this inning. 1-2. Almost bit, but he held off. 2-2 count. Flaherty is at 72 pitches. So not really too far behind Gavin. 2-2 pitch. Swing, and he fouled it off. Oh, God. Barely fouled it off. Two pitch. The 2-2. Fouls it off. Now, if the Guardians season does unfortunately end on September 28th, I will be doing some other wild card round games for sure. Might do some games here and there during the week, even during basketball, like, during the main playoffs. 2-2. Fouls it off. I'll be doing some games here and there. Might even link up with my guy JB Taylor to do a game or two. We'll see. Shall see, yes. Obviously, if the Guardians make the playoffs, I'll be doing as many of those games as I can. 2 to Kafis. Bloops it into center field, base hit. And there's your leadoff runner. Kafis has been putting on a clinic tonight against Flaherty. Sunday, 4 p.m. Cowboys and the Bears. I already know Josh and Sean are going to have fun. I think they're streaming that game on their channel on Sports Fury. They're going to have fun. That's going to be like 3+ hours of them bantering. Pitch outside the Rocchio, the 9-hitter. That's going to be 3+ hours of just straight banter and trash talk between those two. All right, 1-0. Kafis at first. Come on, Rocchio. Pitch. Strike. Oh, they're live now for their picks. I know they're going to pick the Packers. I already know it. A fly out in the third for Rocchio. Here's the 1-1. Ball 2. I need this to be the big inning where we score like a couple runs. Give Gavin even more of a cushion. 1. 3-1. Kwan on deck, and then Valera, who brought home the run so far, the only run, and then of course J Ram, the birthday boy. You know he's itching to do something. 3-1, throw to first, got back in time. There's Kwan again, looming on deck, behind Rocchio. 3-1. Strike. Yeah, if ABS was around, that's probably a ball. Yeah. 3-2. Coming up here. 81 pitches for Flaherty. Pitch to Rocchio. 4. And again, 2 on, nobody out. And here comes Stephen Kwan. And here comes the pitching coach, Chris Fetter. He's going to go talk to him and maybe settle him down and try to get him to lock in here. Top of the order coming up here. Texas Tech, Utah. Big noon Saturday. It'd be fun to just sit back and watch college football while the Buckeyes are resting up. Pitch by inning, you have 15 in the first, 24 in the third, 15 in the fifth, 16 in the fourth, and 12 in the second. And they got a pitcher in the pen warming up. That's Herter, the lefty. I can imagine we'll probably see him when J-Ram comes up. Here's the first pitch to Kwan. Puts down a record. Nice bunt. He does get Kwan, but the runners do advance. Having one of your best hitters bunting is an interesting choice. Although that does put a lot of pressure on the pitcher though. Because he has to, one, get the ball, get up, and throw a perfect throw. I've seen pitchers botch that and they airmail it into the seats or something. All right, so here's George Valera. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. He's trying to bring both runners home. Oh, there we go. They got the infield in. So a blue pit scores 1 for sure. Here's the 0-1. Ball. And you got J-Ram on deck. So they have to pitch to Valera legit here. They can't just derp around. They have to be legit because you do not want J-Ram coming up with bases loaded. Be shocked if they just walked Ramirez if Valera doesn't get it done here. Ball 2. I wouldn't be shocked if they just walked J-Ram if Valera doesn't do his job here. I would not be shocked at all. You don't pitch to J-Ram in this spot. And get Lyle on deck, and he's been known to have some big at-bats. But we'll see, though. Knowing the Guardians, they ain't going to score nothing here. 1. Swing and a miss. Yeah, we're probably not going to score any here. Being negative, but that's just the way this team is. They rarely come through in these big spots. 2-2. Swing and a miss. God. Completely cooked the rookie. But now you got J-Ram coming up. He was late, I think, on a couple of those. And yep, like I said, they were just going to put him on. They were not going to pitch to him, especially with 2 outs. So here's Cal Manzardo. Big time chance for him here. This could be the game because if he gets a big hit, 2 runs possibly score here. Ball inside. But if you're Flaherty, you're walking a tightrope here. Because if Kyle gets a big hit, at least 2 are scoring. If he hits it in the right spot, all 3 could score. 1-0. Strike. But again, the Guardians, as you know, don't usually come up big in these spots. I can't remember the last time they came up big with bases loaded. Ball. 2-1. You know, it would be so Guardians to get rung up on a full count pitch. It would be so Guardians. You cannot let Flaherty get out of this unscathed. 2-1. 3-1. All right, now here we go. If you're Kyle, what's going through your head right now? You're going to sit on this one and see what he throws? See if he throws a strike? Nowhere to put him. He's giving the yeah, whatever. 92 pitches for Flaherty. Here's the 3-1 to Manzardo. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Yep, we're not scoring. I can already tell you. Because this is going to be a pitch outside. And Kyle's going to swing for the fences and he's probably going to miss. Or he'll get rung up. Yeah. He'll get Picasso'd. Payoff pitch from Flaherty here. You know, bet you Flaherty is going to try to get him a chase. Into right field, but foul. He smoked it, too. Great spot. Perfect spot for it. That was probably his chance. We all know what's probably going to happen here. But yeah, they definitely made Flaherty work. Big time. Off pitch to Manzardo. Swing and a miss. Told you. This team never comes up big in bases loaded spots. Never. I can't even tell you the last time they did. Realistically, I cannot tell you the last time they did. I mean, I literally made it a shtick, a gimmick on my Twitter account where we would always tease with bases loaded. Because that's all they did was tease. Make it look like a big inning and then freaking Kyle. But yeah, that's why you walk J-Rank. Teams feel comfortable doing that because this team has no clutch gene in that spot. Like, I swear, a Guardians bases loaded hit in general is rare. Grand slams these days for us are even rarer. I think the last one was not Kyle. Carlos? Yeah. Earlier this year. Blown the doors off of Flaherty, but of course they leave him on. They let him go unscathed. Of course. Well, not completely unscathed. His pitch count took a whack, though. God, his pitch count took a wallop. 94 pitches. Pitch is a strike. Oh, 1. Foul ball for Perez, the 8-hitter. Quick 0-2 count. So yeah, Gavin and Flaherty are both in the same spot now. 0-2. Grounder to second. Gathers and throws, and there's 1 down. Of course. See, that's the thing. If Valera would have got on base, obviously they would have had to pitch to J-Ram. And he probably would have made him pay. But of course, you know, these dudes be thinking they're Barry Bonds and they do nothing. Pitch. Strike to McKinstry. Man, this team always just lets the opposing team off the hook with those big spots. Other teams wouldn't do that. You know that for a fact. I did say it was going to be a strikeout on a full count, but I thought staring. He swung at it. 0-2 to McKinstry. Pitch. Ball. Gavin's approaching 95 pitches here in the bottom of the 5th. If I had to guess, this is probably his last inning. But we'll see, though. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Throws over, and they got him. 2 down. It was like a drop third strike. So there's 2 down. And now here's Parker Meadows. Two down. Here is the pitch to Meadows. Strike. Gavin can get out of this without getting into 100 pitches. I could see Vogt letting him maybe dip into the 6th inning a little bit. 0-1. Ball. See how this inning goes. But again, that 30 pitch, damn near 30 pitch, first inning is what's going to get him here. Pitch. You see? Now we'll see if Vogt yanks him here. I hate these managers just can auto walk anyone. That's so boring for the game. Yeah. I know it's true, right? That's the way they have it. It's to improve timing of the game. Of course, they wouldn't have done that to J-Ram if Valera was able to get on base. Here's Gleyber Torres. 2 down, runner on first. Pitch. Strike. Gavin at 97 pitches. Pitch. Did not offer at that. He almost did. And now they got Tim Herron warming up in the pen for the Guardians. Saw him last night. Both teams got a guy in the pen warming up. Pitch. Fouled it off. Maybe he just swung and missed straight up. Looked like he might have swung and missed. 1-2 anyway, doesn't matter. This will be the 100th pitch of the night for Gavin. Possibly the final pitch of the night. Now 1-2 to Torres. Pitch. Throws over and he struck him out anyway. Yeah, it was a strikeout anyway, so it doesn't matter. Top of the sixth coming up. They tried to steal and, oh well. So if that is it for him, that's 5 scoreless innings for Gavin. He has been phenomenal lately. That's why I'm saying he might be our guy, our number one at least, or 1B for sure. Would love to see the Guardians add some runs here. Wow, so get this. Next Star Media, one of the nation's largest TV station groups, has announced it will indefinitely pull ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live after the late night host's recent remarks about Charlie Kirk. ABC affiliates informed the network they would no longer air the show. Hmm. Having a 10-day window for the transfer portal will be an absolute disaster. So each starter, 5 innings, 3 hits apiece, but of course, Flaherty gave up a run. 4 walks for Flaherty, 4 Ks. Gavin, 2 walks and 9 Ks. Here's Bo Naylor leading off against Herter. So now it's probably going to be a battle of the bullpens. Grant Herter, 38 games, 3-3, 2.45 ERA for the lefty. 1-0. Ball 2. I expect Vogt to dig into his platoons. Noel, probably Fry. The middle, but shortstop gets over there and makes the snag, gets over there and throw the ball out. Throw him out. Yep. Yeah. Can't speak. That thing really wasn't hit that hard. Here's Gabriel Arias. Lefty versus righty matchup here. Pitch. Way outside. If Bo was still in the box, that would have hit him. Line out and a ground out for Gabe. Pitch. Strike. Top 6 here in Comerica in Detroit. At Comerica in Detroit. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. The 6-hitter. Guardians had the bases loaded last inning with Kyle at the plate. Couldn't do anything with it, obviously. 2-1. Fly ball and foul down the first base side. Here's the 2-2-er, Arias. Pitch. Outside, full count. Wild card standings, Guardians 2.5 back of the Red Sox, and then the Astros and Yankees are up there as well. Opposite field, back to the wall. That's going to bounce. And Arias will straddle in for a one-out double. That's what I'm talking about, Gabe. Utilizing the opposite field power. That's what I'm talking about. I thought it was going to get caught somehow. But no, that was through the gap, and then it doinked off the wall. One hopped it. So good job by Gabe getting a double. And now here's Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. You freaking bum. No launch Jones. No launch Jones. Although he has been a little bit better. 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. Here's the 0-1 to Jones. Did he go? No, he didn't. 1-1. Another guy warming up in the pen. Now this is Canely, the former Yankee, of course, and White Sox once upon a time. The righty. 1-1. Pitch. Inside. 2-1. Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. With runners in scoring position last night, we're 8 for 15. They're 1 for 7. Tonight, we're 1 for 7. They're 0 for 3. 2-1. Strike. Most of that came, I think, in the extra innings. The 8 for 15 last night with runners in scoring position. Wow. 2-2 to Jones. Pitch. Trying to line it down the left field side. Fouled it off. 2-2 to Nolan Jones. Come on, put it in a gap. Pitch. Fouls it off. That would have been a tough play if that was fair. In fact, last night, a play like that had to be made where it was a routine grounder to Torkelson, but Torkelson hesitated and tried to flip it to the pitcher, and the runner, I think it was Kwan, beat it out. The runner's taken off, caught him napping, and he takes third with ease. He was like, huh? What? He was on La La Land. He's just like walking, I'm going to take this base. So good eye by Gabe there. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Nolan Jones freaking stinks. It's funny because there was this one Twitter account that made a bet that Nolan's OPS would be over 700 or he'd have to delete his account. I'm surprised they had Nolan even hitting there. Here's Angel Martinez. I believe this is for Kafis. And here comes Hinch. Of course. Hanley will come in to face Martinez. With 2 down, runner at third. Yeah, I already know we're not scoring. I already know. Already know we're not going to score because this offense is freaking buns. So this has been a fun stream, Guardians offense is pissing me off a little bit, but pitching has been good. believe this is the 8-9. Yeah, the 8-9 hitters coming up. Yeah, they brought in Martinez for Kafis, I assume. Discover the GLP with the most and if I had to guess, they're probably going to pull Valera at some point too. Probably for Fry. So Tommy Kahnle now in pitching for the Tigers. 60 games, he's 1-4 with a 4.55 ERA, 57 and a third innings. Arias over at third, Martinez, the lefty. Here's the pitch. You pull Kafis for Martinez. Of course. 228 average, 11 homers, 43 RBIs, 268 on base percentage. Or OPS. I don't know which one they use. Here's the 0-1 to Martinez. Lands it in the right field. That's going to score a run. Look at that. Martinez makes me look dumb because I thought, oh, there's no way they're going to do it. Okay, A-Mart. Let's go. Vogt's little platoon strategy paid off. Just bloops it in the right field, and the Guardians up 2-0. We called him an idiot for that. You shut our dumbasses up. I mean, that's why he's the manager, and I'm not. Here's Rocchio. Martinez 4 for 12 as a pinch hitter. Bruh. Pitch. Swing and a miss. But that's probably going to be the only one we get. Pitch. Almost chased that one. There. Liner right at the second baseman. Like, I don't even think Buddy had to move. And that's it. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Guardians up 2-0 thanks to Angel Martinez, of all people. The heck is this? Oh. DoorDash. Today, she finally took out the trash. What? Today only. Place an order, then double dash one of the team items. Use code at last to unlock $50 off your double dash grocery order. Team Conrad versus Team Jeremiah. Okay.
all happening fast. What, you nervous about the wedding? No, it's the house. Yeah, great. Oh, stress.
Ah,
Speaking of one, Kate, need a key.
Guardians up 2-0 thanks to Ana Martinez of all people. It's not J Ram or Quan, it's freaking Martinez in them. That's how I know you're a really good team. When your star players are kind of funking right now, but it's the guys that you don't really see much from that are getting the big hits. So Tim Herron now pitching against Kerry Carpenter. Martinez is in center, Jones in right, Quan in left. That's the only change for now. 1-1 from Herron. 2-0 Guardians, bottom six. This is big because the Guardians are the top of the order and the top 7 coming up. 1-1. Strike. A win tonight is also big because we face Skubal tomorrow with Bybee on the mound. So you win tonight, feeling good going in tomorrow too. Pitch. Fouls it off. One, two. Pitch. Nope. 2-2. Pitch. Grounder up the middle, base hit. And then he bobbles the ball. Safe at second. Freaking Martinez. Freaking Martinez. Arias thought he got him. Votes out there talking like. Let's see here. I think he barely beat the tag, but it wasn't by much. Oh, he ran right into the freaking legs of Arias. Lead off double for Carpenter. Here's Torkelson. Swing and a miss. Trying to tie the game up on one swing. A strikeout and a flyout for Torkelson. Here's the 0-1. Ball. But of course, it had to be Tim Herron. One one to Torque. Pitch from Herron. To left. Foul. 1-2 to Torkelson. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Not a great throw either to first, but they got him out. Had to make sure the runner didn't take off a third. So they got him out there. One down here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's Riley Green. Oh. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Again, trying to tie it up on one swing. Carpenter at second. Green walked in the fourth. Also had some what I call try-hard at-bats against Gavin tonight in this game. 0-1. Swinging and a miss. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Heron. Didn't bite at that one. One-two pitch to Green. Checks the runner. Pitch. Loops it into right, but there's Nolan Jones with the catch. 2 down. Ooh, that was a tricky ass slide for Jones, but he made the catch. That ball was dying in a hurry. It was diving quick, and he made a nice slide to get that. And he secured it. Made sure it didn't leak out the glove. And it looks like that'll be it for Tim. So he went out and did what he had to do. Fulfilled his duty, and now we're going to see, oh my God, it's got to be Matt Festa. Of course, Matt Festa is coming in. Like I've said in my recap and preview streams, Matt Festa is Stephen Vogt's Brian Shaw. And he's not even as good as Brian was in his heyday. Brian Shaw was elite. Excuse me. Man. So 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth. Runner on second. Keep in mind, the Guardians have the top of the order coming up in the seventh. So this is a big at bat here. Yeah, as far as what to expect for the rest of the week, into the weekend, on this channel anyway, not much really. Just the Browns. Yeah, just the Browns. Of course, you know my series recap stream for the Guardians after tomorrow's game, obviously. But in terms of game streams, just the Browns. Buckeyes don't play this week, and I'm gonna take advantage and I'm just gonna relax for the week. Now on the Buckeye channel, Bucking Crazy, I'm gonna do a video talking about some guys that they were recruiting. Fly ball, center field for Dingler, and that's it for the sixth. So they came back for one pitch, and that's it. Back to commercial. That's funny. They came back for one pitch. Didn't even get a chance to show Festa's stats. That's funny. Classic. So top 7 coming up. Guardians up 2-0. There you go. Hmm. But yeah, for the Buckeye channel, I'll be doing a video talking about recruiting. You know, because the Buckeye coaches have been on the road, taking advantage of the bye week. Not too often are you able to do this during the week. You know, I believe, what is it, tomorrow? Today and tomorrow, they're not on the road for practice, obviously. Gotta do a little bit of practice. And then I think they'll be back on the road on Friday. Going all over the country. You know, I was just thinking about that. Imagine being a college coach, right? For football and stuff, even in general, but especially football these days. Because back then, in the old days, before NIL was established, all you would really need to do is just establish a really good relationship with the player and his family and friends and stuff. You know, get a good link on with those guys. But now it's like money. So Stephen Kwan will lead off here in the top 7 against Canely. A walk and a sack bunt for Kwan. Hold back another bunt. He was really going to try to bunt again. I'm interested to see if they'll pinch hit for Valera when he comes up next. Here's the 0-1 to Kwan. Pitch. Fouls it off. Again, beautiful night for baseball in Detroit. Here comes the 0-2. Pitch. Ball. Bounced it. Last time Kwan was up, he had 2 on. He bunted. And there's Horn warming up, the lefty. Most likely he'll be coming in possibly for J-Ram. 1-2. Grounder to second. Down. I'm just happy we scored another run. And here's George Valera. RBI single in the 3rd. 2 career RBIs, 200 average, 473 OPS. He's 1 for 3. Has yet to hit his first major league homer either, as well. Pitch. I mean, remember how long it took CJ Kafis to do it? Didn't take him that long. What, a couple series as if that? Took him really no time at all, if I remember correctly. Here's the 0-1 to Valera. Ball. Of course, again, Valera was up. Runners on second and third. 1 down. Struck out. They walked Ramirez, put him on, and then they struck out Manzardo with bases loaded. 1-1. Strike 2. Stares at it. All right, go take a little timeout here. Pretty solid crowd on hand for this game. It is, of course, a school night, so yeah. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, they got to work on his swing. His swing is so flat. There's no arc to it. If you throw any bit of breaking stuff, you got him fooled. Looking like a damn fool, man. Come on. I don't know if Valera's going to be a good major leaguer, but I think he'll at least be serviceable when he works on some things. Here's the birthday boy, Jose Ramirez. Honestly, he's been very quiet in this series. He hasn't really stung the Tigers a whole lot this year. Usually he'll have a big ass breakout game against these guys. 0 for 2. Pitch. Of course, they intentionally walked him last time up. 2 down here in the top 7. High 88 miles per hour, low 85 for Cantley. 2-0. Ball 3. If you're J-Ram, don't even bother swinging. He's not going to do anything to you. I swear, J-Ram's going to swing at a 3-0 cookie right here. He's going to ground out or fly out. 3-0. Ball 4. Yeah, he wasn't going to even try to deal with J-Ram. We're going to see Horn come in now. Hinch, quick to make the yank on Canely. The lefty Horn ready. Is it Urquidy warming up in the pen? Wow. Haven't seen Urquidy in a while.
And some patients, so this is in pain. Like me, I'll say, oh, they're pain.
So no pitching change for the Tigers. This means what? Bottom 7. What the heck is it going to be? Festa? Could be. And then 8th will be Gaddis again, of course. And then 9th will probably be Cade, if we still have the lead by that time.
I reminded Ray online from some New Hampshire university. We're paid to find the right thing. So I was when I felt like I'm lunch, she said, she's awesome. She was like, no one to online school. It's a big step. And she really said that they get you to it, but it's not, they get you to it.
Hmm. The Lynchburg Hellcats, the single A affiliate of the Guardians, I think they're winning over the Fireflies. I almost forgot there's 2 versions of single A ball. Low A and high A. Bailey Horn, 9 games, 0-1 record, 1.74 ERA, 10 in the 3rd innings for the lefty, facing Kyle Manzardo with 2 outs and runner on first. Pitch. Ball 1. And the ball gets away. J Ram will scamper over to second. Base hit gives us another run here, I think. 1-0. Pitch. Ball. Damn. 2-0 count for Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Kyle. Oh, Kyle. Totally Kyle. 2-0. Checks the runner. Pitch. 3-0. All right, Kyle. What you got? You gonna draw that walk, or you gonna get overzealous and try to crush it to right field or something? End up grounding out. 3-0 pitch to Kyle. 4. Another walk, and now you have 2 on, 2 out. Things are going to get testy now. Here's Bo Naylor. Bo's had his moments. And Chris Fetter going to go talk to Horn. Flaherty and Gavin Williams both pretty much went the same length in this game. Damn near equal stat lines, except Flaherty gave up a run. Bo 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. I would love to see him put one in the gap here and let these guys run. From Horn. Oh no, he felt tipped. Yeah, when the ump goes, foul tip. Yeah. 0-1 to Naylor. Come on, man. This is a big time hit right here coming up, I think. Pitch. Grounder. That's a slow roller. Oh, he almost beat it, but he gets out. Not slow enough. God, it's like the infield just slows the ball way down. Bottom 7 coming up. It's 2-0 Guards. Stretch time. Stretch time. I'm just happy we scored that other run. Yeah, tomorrow we got Tanner Bybee against Tarek Skubal. And then we got the Twins for 4 games. Not sure who the Tigers face. Yeah, a win tonight would be huge for us. And then, of course, remember, after the 4 against the Twins, we have 3 more against the Tigers at home. Could be what decides this freaking division. With how the Guardians are playing. But again, Minnesota, they're another try-hard kind of team. Their lineup isn't that good, but they got all their good pitchers back though. You look at their rotation, and it's actually really good. Lopez, Ober, Simeon Woods Richardson, Ryan. Yeah, that's an interesting looking hat. Wow. So bottom 7. Festa's still in. Of course, remember when we had Class A, it would have been Gaddis, I think, no, it would have been Cade, Gaddis, and then Class A. Wow. Yeah, bullpen's been rock solid lately. See if they can keep it up. Keith. So it'd be the 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the 7th. 1-0 count for Keith. Ball two. Yep, here we go with Fester. They got Sabrowski warming up. 2-0. Come on, Fester, you bum. God. You are literally Stephen Vogt's version of Brian Shaw. You are to Stephen Vogt what Brian Shaw was to Terry Francona. 3-0 to Keith. Hey, a strike. Let's go. Do it again. Throw another one. 3-1 count for Keith. The 7-hitter. Pitch. Strike two. Right back in the count is Festa. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch from Festa, and now Bo's going to go talk to him. Matt Festa, not to be confused with David Festa, who I believe is on the Twins. To be honest, when I first heard, because we traded for Festa earlier this year, way early, like first month of the season. When I heard that we traded for him or whatever, we essentially just bought him. I was like, wait, that's not David, right? And it was Matt Festa. So yeah. There's AJ Hinch. Payoff pitch to Keith. Ball four. Not even a non-competitive pitch. Freaking loser ass pitcher, dude. Bullpen is just a bunch of randoms. Dudes who I can't really trust. I have like zero trust in any of these guys. Here's Wenzel Perez. Runner on first, nobody out. The 8-hitter, 0 for 2. Chopper. They're 1, and they'll get the one out. But hey, nice play by Festa, though. Get the guy at second. Probably could have been a double play if that was a little bit hit harder. If it didn't bounce. If there was like a liner right to him, obviously if it was, it would have been double play. And yep, that's going to be it for Fester. So he comes in, gets 2 outs out of the 3 batters he faces. And now Sabrowski is going to come in. Why did it seem like Festa had just finished eating a cupcake or something? He was like, reminds me of what I do when I eat a cupcake and I get all that stuff in my teeth. And I'm over here. That's what he was doing. It's like, did this dude eat a cupcake or something between innings? He's over like, do that all the time. Probably see me do it on stream. You know, I'll eat something like a cupcake or a brownie, and I'll have like stuff in my teeth or whatever, remnants, and I clean them out with my teeth. Then after I'm done streaming, I go and I brush my teeth and stuff and get it out all the way. Yeah. Okay, so Matt Festa just walks a batter and then that's it. 2 Ks or whatever, gets 2 outs this inning. Or gets 1 out this inning on 2 batters. Justin Verlander says he definitely plans on pitching in 2026. Oh. So here's the lefty, Sabrowski, facing Jones, the pinch hitter, Jahmai Jones. 265 average for Jahmai Jones. 28 games, 0-1 record, 185 ERA, 24 and a third innings for Eric Sabrowski. 0-1 to Jones. Pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. 265 average in 64 games, 6 homers, 18 RBIs for Jones. 366 on OPS. So it's OPS, not on base percentage. All right. 0-2 to Jones. Pitch. Chopper foul. That's got to be tough being a corner infielder because you got to watch the ball off the bat go wee or wee. But imagine being an umpire in that situation or a ball boy, especially down the left or right field line. You don't want to be that guy. 0-2 to Jones. Pitch. Ball. That's a classic throwaway. There's Stephen Vogt. 1-2 to Jones again. Ball. Dude, Eric, come on. Stop playing around. We need to get base runners, even more base runners for the top of the order. Come on, give me a double play here. 2-2. Ball. Dude, Eric, come on, brother. This dude be locking for a couple pitches and he just forgets how to pitch. Then he loses all control. Payoff? Ball 4. Come on, Eric. Call you Eriw. E-R-I-W. Oh, Erib. With 2 B's. Freaking walking random ass batters because this loser can't freaking strike people out. Here is. Oh, it's Ibanez. Freaking loser ass hitter. These pitchers, dude, I swear. Never easy. Like, you're paid to throw strikes, right? Bozo can't do that. Nope. So it'll be Andy Ibanez pinch hitting for Parker Meadows. Maybe that's what Willis is telling him. Yo, buddy, we need you to throw strikes here. Strikes. Not balls, strikes. That's what you're paid to do. 241 average, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. That's what happens with a lot of our pitchers. They'll lock in for a hitter or so, and then they poop themselves. Really. Although it makes you wonder. But yeah, they forget how to pitch randomly. First pitch. Ball. Eric. You're making Stephen Vogt look like a dummy bringing you in. Bozo can't throw strikes. Bozo can't throw strikes. 1-0. Bozo. Bozo can't throw strikes. Bozo can't throw strikes. How are you a pitcher that can't throw strikes? I mean, come on. Some of these aren't even competitive. 1-1 to Ibanez. Swing and a miss. See? Do more of that. That right there. Do more of that. 1-2 for Sabrowski. For Ibanez against Sabrowski. Pitch. 2-2. Its umpire has the strictest, purest, straightest zone ever. No extension at all. 2-2 to Ibanez. Pitch. Ball. Dude, Aaron. Oh, strikes, man. Come on. You're pissing me off. One thing if you get umped a little. Thing's not even close. Hey, Eric. We're trying to preserve the lead, buddy boy. Bum ass to Sabrowski. Pitch. Fly ball. This should, and there it is. 2 down. Okay. Got lucky there. Eric, man, you're scaring me. Abanya could have easily sent that to the seats. And now here's Gleyber Torres, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks and a groundout. Tying run on first with 2 down here in the 7th. Swing and a miss. The thing is, I think he tries to be a little too careful. He's trying to Picasso, or maybe he's trying to aim, and he's not aiming right. Let the pitch do its thing. If your stuff is disgusting, let it be disgusting. 0-1. Oh, see, he's pushing that way in. He's pushing it. Come on, Eric, with a K. Pitch. Ball. Eric, stop fooling around here, dude. Gavin's giving you the stank eye right now in the dugout, like, this mother trucker better not freaking blow this. 2-1. Grounder right to third. Throws it over. Entire the side. Eric. Location. Not lucky again there, though. So we go to the top of the 8th. Up 2-0. All right. Manuel Clase and Luis Ortiz are training to play for Estrellas Orientales in the upcoming Dominican Winter League. Okay. Again, they've been on leave or whatever since, was it July? Yeah. Happened right before the trade deadline. Like the week of. With Clase. Luis was a little bit before that. I think Luis was like a couple weeks before. All right, so Horn's still in against Arias. First pitch is outside, a ball. Sweeney goes to shortstop. Jones is in right. And that's it. Perez is in center. Green in left. Yep. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Top of the 8th. One pitch. Fouls it off. Right side and in the seats. Hell yeah. All right. 1-2 count for Arias, who's 1 for 3 today or tonight. Pitch. Fouls it back directly off the ad behind home plate. There's like a little ad board behind home plate. Look at how deep the outfield is. That's crazy. Here's the 1-2. Low ball two. Of course, in right field, I believe that's where one of the bullpens used to be. Long time ago. I'm pretty sure. First, they moved the wall in a little bit too. 2-2. Up high inside. Full count. There's a look at the bullpens and such in left. It's pretty cool. You got like the TVs at the little bar area in left. Off. Fly ball right at the center fielder Perez. Talk about an atom ball. Dude barely had to move. But if you're just tuning in and you're wondering when my next stream will be on this channel, it will be on Sunday for the Browns. Although I will still, of course, be doing my series recap stream tomorrow. Still. Here's Nolan Jones. Fouls it off. Excuse me. Bye. Wee, baby. Oh, God. I haven't even eaten anything. Where's it coming from? Oh, yeah. Oklahoma. Sponsored. Outside. I was like, not sponsored. I still laugh at that dude Dashy, dude. During his one video, he's like, this, or stream, he was like, this stream is sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'm like, man, I know they didn't sponsor your ass. I know damn well they ain't sponsoring your ass. Do you know how big of a channel you'd have to be to get a sponsor from them? 2-1 for Jones. Pitch. Fouls it off the inner part of his near his hand. He goes down, but he gets right back up. Might have twisted his ankle a little bit, it looks like. Maybe fouled it off his foot. Let's see. Oh, the inner part of the knee. Ugh. Again, batting left, so it's right off the inner part. I think his right knee or his left knee. Yeah, his left knee. Yeah. Yeah, it was his left knee, I believe. Or maybe it was his right. I don't know, but it was the inner part of his knee. 2. Swing and a miss. Bum. Whoops. Absolute scrub. Back to being ass as always. No launch Jones. Had a little flicker of life and then right back to being garbage. Honestly, I don't envision him being on the roster next year. And that's going to do it for Horn. It'll be, is that our kitty coming in? Looks like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, Abu Ali gives us the lead for the Crew. About time. And then they equalized. Of course they did. We were just not very good this year. They're not. Talk about not being a serious team. Oh yeah, that's right. They're playing at Yankee Stadium. That's right. I think that's Yankee Stadium. Oh yeah, because there's the Jersey Mike's logo, bullpen. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Someone on Twitter was like, every game feeling like a win or go home game in September is fun. And it is. But then he's like, granted, this could feel less fun very soon if the 6 game win streak, 9 games above 500 curse is real. Here's Jose Urquidy. Just recently came back from was it surgery last year? I think he had like surgery with the Astros. Haven't seen Urquidy in a very long time. And now Martinez, 1-0 count. Strike. Martinez brought home the second run of the game. And a pinch hit RBI to right field. 1-1 to Martinez. Strike. If you look at the rest of the American League, you're thinking, okay, the Tigers can definitely make a run if they win the division, and they could. And it'd be tough. 1-2. Ball. Especially if you run into the Astros, the Rangers, Mariners, Yankees, Red Sox. Yeah. Not be an easy road for the Tigers. 2-2. Well, 3. I mean, you're having trouble with the notoriously feeble Guardians. You face a big money team like the Red Sox or the Yankees, that'll be tough. Payoff, struck him out. Great at bat, and now you bum. Oh yeah, don't even bother like fighting it off. Just stare at it. Oh, surprised they still had Angel hitting. He sucks from the left side. But Stephen Vogt doesn't care. Nope. Another mate coming up. Getting into that crunch time. It'll most likely be Hunter Gaddis coming out here. I don't think it'll be Sabrowski still. Oh. Oh. Embassy Suites. Hmm. Oh my god. I hate stressing out over these kind of games because it's like, gotta rely on our bullpen to get 3 outs here. And I can't trust our bullpen. But anyway, certain pieces I can't trust. Yankees, O's, Reds, and Cubs tomorrow. Big noon Saturday, Utah and Texas Tech. Wow. So here's Kerry Carpenter against the lefty Sobrowski. Lines it in the right field, right at Jones. One pitch, one out. That's a big timeout. There's a big time out there on one pitch. So yeah, it is Sobrowski in here to start the eighth. I know at some point we're going to see Gaddis. Most likely. And sure enough, here he comes. They had Sobrowski face Carpenter, and now Gaddis is going to come in, I assume. Yeah, you don't want Gaddis's meatball throwing ass against Carpenter. $99 to beat. Oh, Ken Jong. Uh, one of my favorite memories of Ken Jong was when he was on College Game Day. I think he was at Michigan State, and he was shouting out his wife, right? And he was like, "I love you, ho," and that's my wife's name. I could just imagine the people in the ESPN production truck, like, "What did he just say?" I'm pretty sure the producer's like, "Look that up. Make sure he's not lying, because if he is, oh, we gonna get him." They looked it up. He's like, "Yeah, her name is really Ho." I actually looked that up. Ken Jeong, man, from The Hangover. Hangover. Ken Jeong. Hilarious, dude. Yeah. Hangover film series. Yeah. His birth name is Kendrick Kang Jo Jong. Yep. His spouse's name is really Ho Tran. Or Tran Ho. So Hunt, oh, it's not Gaddis, it's Junis. Oh, I just saw the hair and the beard. I was like, oh, it's Junis now. Oh, June Ass is pitching, okay, against Torkelson. First pitch is a ball. It's customary for me to put ass in your name if it sounds like it. Pitch. Strike. Remember, Jacob Junis was once a starter. He's bounced around the league like crazy. Signed him to I think a minor league deal this year. And honestly, he's been somewhat serviceable. Of course, I always said that he was a part of the punt crew in the bullpen. 2-1. When a game was essentially lost, or when Stephen Vogt punted a game, he would bring in Junis. 3-1 to Torkelson. Pitch from Junis. Swing and a foul off. Count for Torque. Torque. Look at that spin. Oh, he swung and missed, but then, okay. He swung and missed. Bo dropped it, though. Payoff pitch. Fouls it off. One down here in the eighth. What's he sniffing the top of his bat for? Riley Green on deck. 0 for 2, of course, with a walk. Payoff pitch to Torkelson from Junis. Payoff pitch. Fouls it off again. If we still had Ortiz, I wonder what they would have done with the guys. Would they have moved Ortiz to the pen? Got underneath it a little. That'll go foul. I didn't even get underneath it. He just pushed it to the left. A little too much. Come on, Jacob. Put him away. Put him away. Look at my hair, man. Oh my god. Not not yet. This team's gonna make me go bald though. Ground or foul. I swear this team's gonna make me go bald. 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 Imagine me with no hair. That'd be weird. Well, like those old people that have like the curve around the top of their head. Pitch. Swing. Struck him out. 2 down. Good job, Junas. Slider. Oh. Spin though, man. That's crazy. Looked like he kind of got underneath it anyway. So, Riley Green up with 2 outs here in the 8th. Pitch from Junis. Ball. You can understand a strategic ball to change eye level, get them thinking on the outside. But when you can't be living on the outside against these guys. 1-0. 2-0. He walked in the 4th. 2-0 to Green. 3-0. Damn. Can't trust these damn bullpen pitchers. They're choking hazards, man. Can't have any base runners. Pitch. There's the strike. All right. 3-1 to Green. Here's the payout at 3-1. Got underneath this one a bit. Jones will get over and make the catch. And that retires the side, and we go to the 9th, up 2-0. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. So J Ram, Manzardo, and Bo Naylor coming up. Best part is for the Tigers, though, they got the 6, 7, 8. So like they're middle to bottom part of the order. But that's what scares me, though. At least when Kase was still here, he blew a couple games when you're facing the bottom of the order. Most notably that Mariner game. I think it was the game I streamed. But yeah, if you're enjoying this stream, as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. Going on almost 3 hours of ball. Of course, this is a national broadcast, so a little bit more commercials, and the game's going to run a little bit longer. Junis as a setup man. I could get behind that. Better than Gaddis. I could get behind that. Maybe they gave Gaddis the night off. That could be it. Well, I always remember they tried Hunter Gaddis as a starter. Remember that against the Astros? Or was it last year, 2 years ago? No, it was 2 years ago. Didn't really work out that well. Not at all. Sports Furies Live, Valkyries, and Lynx. Wow. So they're doing a little work to the mound for Urquidy, still in the game. Beating down on the mound, they're adding some more dirt. It's in the landing zone, it looks like. Urquidy must have not liked the landing zone. All right, so now they got to cover it up. That's got to be fun being a. It's got to be fun being a member of the grounds crew. Got to take care of the dirt, roll out the tarp in when it rains. So top of the ninth, Urquidy will face J-Ram, Manzardo, and Naylor. Williams looked good. Flaherty was all right. 10 combined pitchers tonight, 308 total pitches. Both teams needed a lot of length out of their pen. Both starters went about 5-ish innings. Well, that's right. It's Martinez, isn't it? Cade Smith warming up in the pen. That's right. It's Rocchio. I thought we were already to J-Ram. No, it's Rocchio. What the hell was I at? I think it was J-Ram coming up. That's weird. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That's right. Yeah. That's why, because I saw Martinez, and usually he's batting second. He's batting eighth because they pinch hit. That's right. For Kafis. 2. Rocchio to the left. And there's the catch by Green. It was a little messy of a catch, but still got it regardless. So here's Stephen Kwan for 2 with a walk and a sack bunt. Of course, he was the catalyst to that big 10th inning last night. Got the party started with that extra base hit. That was the first of 4 consecutive big hits last night in the 10th inning to open it up and put up 4 runs. 0-1. Grounder base hit for Kwan. Yeah, you knew he wasn't going to go quiet all game. Austin Hedges in the dugout like, let's go. Yep, just sends it into the gap and left. Right between, again, second and third. That's his sweet spot. He honestly might be one of the better oppo hitters. First pitch is a ball to Valera. 1 down here in the top of the ninth. I would love a couple more insurance runs. 1-0 to Valera. 1 for 4 tonight. His one hit brought home the big run to get the game started for us. An RBI single in the third. 190 average. 2 RBIs in his short career. Ball 2. J-Ram on deck. Again, I would not be surprised if they put him on, but then you do that, you're playing with fire. But then Kyle Manzardo has been, So, I mean, it's tough. 2-0. Runner takes off. He's in there, safe. Stolen base and a 3-0 count for Valera. I like them being aggressive. And so 3-0 to Valera coming up here. J-Ram on deck. Pitch. All 4. And there's a walk, and now here comes Jose. 2 on and 1 out. They're not gonna walk him, are they? No. Right? No? He's like, I can hit. No walk. No walk? Okay. And there's Schneemann. He's now pinch running for Valera. Pretty smart choice, you know. Schneemann can run. The snowman. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. First pitch is a strike. For 2 with a walk. Well, actually, he's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. An intentional walk and then a walk. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He's trying to make it 5-0. I would not be shocked if we just don't even score here. This team isn't the most clutch when it comes to these situations. Pitch. I'm not asking for a homer here, J-Ram. Just give me a big clutch base hit for your birthday. Come on, it's your birthday, man. You should be hitting a tater here, man. Or at least get a base hit to, at least bring in one. 0-2 to Ramirez. Fouls it off. The ball went that way and then went that way. And then went this way and that way. Deflected off his foot, it looks like. He's hunched over in a little bit of discomfort. Let's see. Oh, yeah, right off the lower leg area. Just a glancing blow off the bat. Yeah. Off of his right leg, I believe. 0-2 for J-Ram. Come on, J-Ram. Give me a base hit here. Second in franchise history in home runs, extra base hits, total bases, stolen bases, RBIs, and third in runs. Freaking crazy. 2. Ball. Gets away. Nobody's running. Ball didn't go anywhere. That ball didn't go anywhere. Anybody that would have tried to steal would have been a dead duck by a mile. Juan over at second. Schneemann pinch running for Valera at first. Here's the 1-2 to Ramirez. Who was bad at it. And it'll go into the seats. Dingler to slide. And nothing. He's just, all he did was dirty up his gear. Yeah, that ball was foul by a lot. It was in the seats. So we'll try it again. Big at bat here for the Guardians. Base hit gives us another run at least. Curveball, changeup, curveball, changeup. Does he have a fastball? He ain't gonna throw it to J-Ram, that's for sure. 1-2. Ball 2. Got to be very careful with J-Ram here. 2 for 10 tonight with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 8 so far. Last night we were 8 for 15. They were 1 for 7. Come on, J-Ram. 2. Liner foul down the right side. That had reservations for the corner if it was fair. And with 2 guys who can run, I bet you they score at least 1 run. Maybe 2. Manzardo on deck. Be nice if J-Ram could get a run here and set the table for him. 2-2. Ball 3. All right, full count. As they say, the jig is up. Pitch coming. Pitch. Ball 4, and he walks him again. His 3rd walk of the night. And now the bases are loaded once again for Kyle. Here we go again with Kyle. With one out, I'll take a sac fly right here. I will happily take a sac fly. Base hit here probably blows the game open. Had a chance to do it to Flaherty earlier with Kyle at the plate with 2 outs though. Difference this time is there's only 1 out. 250 average. And they got Paddock warming up in the pen. Just what Tigers fans wanted to see, right? So here's Kyle. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, 1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Dude. Oh, 2 count for Manzardo. 1 for 3. But you know how this team is. Here's the 0-2. Grounder. He got him. All this team can do is freaking slow ass grounders. They can never put the ball in the outfield. Yeah, they're not going to score any more runs. This team is like the opposite of clutch with bases loaded. I know teams that would have probably dumped like 8 runs on these guys, but not the Guardians. Nope, they're all about teasing and blue balls and stuff. Bo Naylor with 1 grand slam in his career, 17 at bats. He's had 17 at bats in this situation. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs. To be fair, this team has been pretty good with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, but bases loaded negates all that. This team might be the worst bases loaded hitting team I've seen. Swing and a miss, 0-2. It's always the loser hitters that are up when the bases loaded too. It's always the losers, the bums, the noodle bats. 0-2 to Bo. Runs it in the right field. Get down. At least 1 run's going to score. Schneemann comes around. J Ram will follow closely behind. And it's 4-0 Guardians. So he essentially, did he clear the bases? You just got to believe. Okay. So that'll just leave runners out the corners. Okay. Runners at the corners. And Paddock's going to come in. All right. So, yeah, runners at the corners. You just got to believe. Bo Naylor. You just got to believe in your team. What's up, Enrique? Says I'm rooting for y'all. Awesome. May I ask, Enrique, who do you root for? Do you root for a fellow AL Central team, or are you a follower of another AL team? Maybe you're an NL fan. Yeah. You just got to believe, baby. Wow. College football slate this weekend looks nice though. I'm gonna be sitting right here watching every minute of it. It's on like Donkey Kong. So there's some Tigers fans. Obviously not in the greatest of moods, as you can imagine. Looking all sad. Here's Chris Paddock. 30 games, 5-11 record, 5.34 ERA, 148 in the third innings. You predicted a 4-1 game? Yeah. Or no, you said 3-1. Pitch. Arias fouls it off. One for four with a double in the sixth and then a stolen base. Both safest. 0-1. Foul. Cubbies. Oh, you're a Cubbies fan. Okay. Yeah, the Cubs are looking good this year. Now, they're not going to win the NL Central, but they're going to be a threat for sure in the NL playoff race. Pitch from Paddock. Up high. Yeah, those 2 runs were huge. We have going on the north side. Yeah, it's funny. You look at the Chicago teams, and it's like they're in completely different situations. The North Siders are ready for the playoffs, and the South Siders are like, yeah, just get me to freaking football. Bloops it into right, but foul. You think the Tigers will get 1 run in the bottom of the ninth? Man, knowing Cade, it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't be shocked. All right, here's the 1-2 from Paddock. I swear, if Gabby hits a freaking 3-run moonshot right here, oh, that would just send Tigers fans into a mental tailspin. That's tough. What are you talking about, Rays? 1-2. What are you talking about? Dying light the beast, huh? What you talking about, ma? What you talking about, boy? Huh? What the heck you talking about, huh? 1-2 count for Arias. Pitch from Paddock. Swing and a miss. Wow, so 2 runs is all we get, but I'll take it. Cade Smith coming in for the save. 4-0 Guards. It'll be the bottom of the Tigers lineup coming up here. Naylor. Oh my god. That's zombie game? Oh, I get it. No. What the heck is this? Blue Jays Rays is in a delay due to umpire illness. Bubble guts. Oh, wait, that's not a fun scenario. Probably bubble guts. Gotta take a shit. Oh God. Oh damn. Oh my goodness. And then when the umpire is done with the toilet, he walks out and he's like, whatever you do, don't use that toilet. And then the janitor walks in like, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man. Oh, come on, man. How do we make the playoffs? Well, gotta win. And we need the teams ahead of us to lose. So here's Cade Smith. 71 games. He's 7-5, 3.15 ERA, 68 and 2/3 innings. And Dingler leading off. First pitch fouled it off. Of course, remember Smith last night gave up the game-tying homer to Kerry Carpenter. Then the Guardians rattled off 4 runs in the 10th. 1. Fly ball. Playable for Jones. He'll come in and make the catch. 1 down here in the 9th. All right, here's Court Keith, 1 for 2. Pitch. Grounder, foul. Having a 4-run lead would probably be, that allows these pitchers to kind of settle in. You're not walking through a minefield, but you don't want to be too relaxed because this lead could disappear real quick with this team. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it off, 0-2. Oh, 2 count for Smith. Smith Keith. Yeah. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down. Dog is throwing a hissy fit out there. Probably sees something in the field next door. Pitch. Fly ball for Perez. 0 for 3, 0-1 count. Fouled it off. Perez 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a fielder's choice. Oh, yeah, there's 2. There we go. 0-1. Fouled it off. And just like that, they're down to their final strike. Let's see if Cade can put them away here. Here's the 0-2 from Smith to Perez. Here's the 0-2 from Smith. Pitch. Miss. Struck him out. And the Guardians shut out the Detroit Tigers tonight by a final score 4-0. And they once again take and they just chop off another game from the Tigers' division lead. And yeah, this team is hot. Oh, they're so hot. They're scalding hot though. Ah, devil's asshole. Hey, yo. So we'll get these stats up here in a moment. And Gavin Williams, I mean, he was great. Pitch count was a little up there, but he was great. Bullpen a little shaky, but again, they were good. No runs allowed, and the Tigers had many chances to score, and they couldn't do it. So that's Gavin's 11th win of the year. Gavin, again, he went, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 9 Ks, 3.06 ERA, by far our best pitcher. Bullpen allowed 1 hit the rest of the game. 1 hit and 2 walks. That's damn dominant right there. Fiesta, Sabrowski, Junas, and Smith, 0 hits and only 2 walks from those 5 pitchers. Flaherty, well, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 4 Ks, and a 4.60 ERA. So the win goes to Gavin. He's 11-5, 3.06 ERA. Flaherty's now 8-14 with a 4.60 ERA. Guardians, 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Tigers, 0 runs on 4 hits, no errors. And the Guardians are now 80-71 overall, and the Tigers are 85-67. And if you're Tigers fans right now, you're feeling the heat. This Guardians team, yeah, there was a time earlier this year where the Guardians were red hot, but it's like we just didn't have that gas in us. Well, we gassed up, and we're rolling right now. But of course, they got Scooble on the mound. We got Tanner Bybee, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. But alas, regardless, we got the series win. That's big. We're now what? 5.5 or 5 games. No, that's the Yankees. We're 5.5, I believe. We're 80-71. So we'll be 4.5 games behind the Tigers. Yeah. 4.5 games behind the Tigers. Because it hasn't updated yet. And then, for anyone wondering about the wild card standings, well, we're right behind Boston. They're actually going into the bottom of the 9th against the A's. I don't think this game's on TV. Let me take a look real quick. The Astros, they're 83-69. The biggest part about the Astros is we have the tiebreaker, which is insane. But yeah, we have the tiebreaker with them. And then the Yankees, well, I don't think we're going to catch them, but you never know. Our main target right now, I think, is probably Boston or Houston. Those are our 2 main targets. Guardians are rolling, though. Feeling good. Feeling good. Yeah. But if you're the Tigers, you're feeling the heat now. That's for sure. So yeah, with that being said, guys, another win for Gavin, of course. Good for my fantasy team. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog, and I will see you all probably Sunday for Browns and Packers. I mean, I might stream another Guardian game, but we'll see. Depends. But yeah. Big win tonight. Chance at the sweep tomorrow with Tanner on the mound against Scooble. It's going to be tough. We'll see what happens. But another big series win. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody who popped in tonight. Of course, you got from the very top, Rays, Hardcore for All, Jacob, of course, Fox, Brad, Enrique, and Eric. Once we sweep them back to back in the Twins, we will be the first seed. Probably, but I'm not going to jump that far ahead. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm going to head out, and I'm probably just going to get me something small to eat or whatever, maybe some ramen or something. I don't know. But with that being said, shout out to everyone who came through tonight. And yeah, shout out. Love to see it. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guardians. See you guys later. I'm out. Bye-bye. Well, I don't have the Red Sox game. I don't think it's on national TV, is it? No. I don't have the game. I don't have their station. But hey, guys. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so hot. Oh, my God. It was so hot, though. Ah. But yeah, guys. Bye-bye. Yeah. Of course. Also, I'll be live tomorrow for my series recap, of course. But in terms of game streams, I'll be back on Sunday for